It's no secret that the open world genre is oversaturated. As Drew Gooden put it, developers are more focused on making the biggest game than the best game. Yeah, you can go to any planet, but why would I want to do that when there's nothing to do? Okay, sorry, that's kind of besides the point. Because open world games are so common, game companies have started getting more interesting with them. And then they started putting an open world into other genres, including racing games, Need for Speed, Forza, Burnout Paradise. So when Mario Kart was announced to make the jump, I was cautiously optimistic. On one hand, there were a lot of open world games coming out, and I'll be honest, personally I could never get into open world racing games, outside of Burnout Paradise because crashing cars was fun. But on the other hand, Nintendo made Breath of the Wild, and besides, it was neat to finally get a mix-up of the classic Mario Kart formula. So yeah, I was excited to see how Nintendo mixed up the Horizon style of gameplay, and now the game is out. So is the open world a necessary change that improves upon Mario Kart 8's gameplay immensely? Well... the Mario Kart open world. Okay, a quick disclaimer again, keep in mind I don't own a Switch 2 or Mario Kart World, so a lot of this is just things I've gathered from like general opinion. Although, I actually have had an opportunity to play it now at a Switch 2 demo booth. Still take all this with a grain of salt. Also subscribe! Remember Mount Wario? This is related, I promise. Objectively the best course in base Mario Kart 8. I'm not listening to any other opinions. The thing that made Mount Wario so good was the fact that the course was constantly changing. Like, you're never looking at the same thing for too long as you race down this mountain. One of the biggest compliments I can give World is that almost every course feels like Mount Wario. As much as I hated on the intermissions in the previous video, which I stand by, and that was still such a stupid idea by Nintendo, I do think that these intermissions can actually be fun. I don't think we'd be hating on them so much if there was a way to do regular 3-lap courses. Shout out to this guy, by the way, I loved your comment. Now that I've actually had a chance to play it, I mean, yeah, the intermissions are cool, but the track design, like, the track design's so good, I wanted more of it! The only track that I think actually benefited from intermissions, out of the tracks I played, because I haven't played all of them, was DK Spaceport, which felt like doing 3 laps on it might have been too much. Still, I do think this is a good change. I can't deny it's insanely cool to race to the next course, and I actually kinda like the shortcuts. This is the best Mario Kart has ever felt to me, period. I see a lot of people comparing it to Fortnite, but I think a better comparison would be The Amazing Race. Since both focus on a race to multiple landmarks with the loser being eliminated, there was actually a mode in the game Wreckfest that played like this, but oh my god, this feels so much better. In this game especially, it feels like a single item could completely change your placement in a race. And when you mix that with the elimination of this mode, it's so chaotic and fun, and I wish I was playing it right now! And they could only do this in the open world. Okay, well, they couldn't only do it in the open world, but I mean, if you want to have this with the regular style of courses, it would have to work like Wreckfest by having elimination on every lap. And that would be so much less fun than this. I could just go on, because I loved what I played of this mode. Granted, I haven't played it a lot, so maybe once I play this mode more, I'll realize it sucks. But I don't know, I kinda loved it. I'm underwhelmed. This was supposed to be something special, something that justifies the price, and I mean, it's fine, it's fun. Some of the challenges are kinda interesting. I really like the charging trucks one, but you play this mode for the vibes. Explore some tracks that you find interesting, jump around, stalk some toads, and just enjoy the pleasant vibe. And I do want to explore this world, but there's not much incentive. You've probably heard it before, but they should have made the characters unlockable here instead of barely noticeable stickers. It's a good open world put in a barren mode. So, did Mario Kart need to go open world? No, but I'm happy it did. Do I think Mario Kart games in the future should be open world? No, because that's what makes this game special. It's like how I feel about the anti-gravity in 8. It makes that game great, but it should only be in that game, and I'll be fine if they don't bring it back. So, in conclusion, 8 is a better game, but that game is just the formula they've used since the 90s, but perfected. I love what World is trying to do, even if it does falter in some areas.